Peace to the Elohim. How you feeling? How you feeling? Divine, aligned, and in time. Yo, I'm excited for today's message. Let's go. Let's get it. Ooh, you're going to understand this energy when you hear this message too. So, Most High, I just pray for the spirit of discernment, or I pray for the spirit of guidance, so that the words, concepts, and ideas that I share out into the universe and share into reality are received with the utmost open-mindedness. I pray that you have the spirit of discernment, so the words, concepts, and ideas and phrases that come into your life empower you and help you towards a realization of your ideals and your goals. Now, the concept for today, can you guess what it is? Aggressive positivism. Sound corny. Aggressive positivism. What is that? Sounds like some intellectual discord type jargon. You know what I mean? Sounds like something philosophical. But really, what aggressive positivism is approaching every situation with, I am going to find the silver lining within this circumstance, condition, obstacle, challenge, tribulation. I'm going to find the silver lining no matter what. Not approaching a situation passively, but approaching a situation actively, aggressively. I'm going to look at every angle of the situation. What do I need to know? How can I figure this out? Because you know that every concept that I share always has a spiritual or metaphysical, foundation to it. The foundation for aggressive positivism is the law of polarity. Now, when you understand, and overstand the law of polarity, you know that it means there has to be an extreme to every degree, right? So if there's love, there's hate. If there's dark, then there's light. If there's hot and there's cold. If there's a problem, there has to be a solution. If there's a disadvantage, there has to be an advantage. That's the law. So if you're in a negative situation, you know that there has to be a silver lining. There has to be a positive, because that is the law. You're just not seeing it. I'm just not seeing it right now because I'm not looking at it the right way. But I know it exists. That's why it becomes aggressive, because you know it exists. You're like, I'm not going to stop until I find it because I know it's here. That's where the persistence comes in. Also, there's just an idea of The Alchemist, right? And if you haven't read the book called The Alchemist, there's a link in the description below. It's an amazing book by Paulo Coelho. And what I call it is, it's one of those books that has a spiritual, it's like taking a spiritual bath when you read it. You know what I mean? It's not, the verbology is very simple. You know what I mean? He has a couple laws in there that even I'll promote getting to talk about, as I keep making videos. But the idea of The Alchemist is really turning a simple metal into gold. You know what I mean? Like turning copper into gold. Transmuting. We are the alchemist. When you realize that, the alchemy, the transmutation happens in your own mind. You're transmuting an obstacle into an opportunity. You're transmuting a tribulation into a trial. And when we speak about trials in terms of there being a lesson within it. A trial as in a warrior. You know what I mean? So, in realizing you're this alchemist, and realizing you're the metaphysician that transmutes obstacles into opportunities, and realizing and knowing in the law of polarity, And so that's why this has such aggressive positivism has such a sound foundation, because you're approaching the situation, condition, or circumstance with a knowing. I know that the silver lining exists. Feel me? And even in this knowing, in this confidence, is even how you find the positivity or the silver lining in any situation. It's that confidence that's backed by the knowing that releases whatever cloud that is surrounding the situation, and it has no choice but to open up to your mind, to open up to your spirit, to open up to your energy, to open up to your power of transmutation. Aggressive positivism. And what's amazing about it too is that after a while, it becomes self-sustaining. You don't have to think about it anymore. It becomes subconscious. It becomes a programming. We're programmed by so many things external of us, brainwashed by so many things external of us, that some of us don't realize that we can go within our own minds and brainwash ourselves. So you brainwash yourself to see the positivity in every situation. You program yourself. You program your mind. It becomes when you go to a situation, you already looking at the positivity within it and don't know it. And it becomes to a point where you don't even know you're doing it until somebody else points it out to you. That's what happened to me. I'll be in a situation, it would be like, what? Yeah, that's how it is. And then I would go back and reflect and be like, wow, and just appreciate that something that I had to do consciously before, I now do unconsciously. I don't have to think about trying to be positive. That's just how my mind works now. My mind works in solutions. My mind works in the advantage. My mind works in the opportunity. No matter what. And sometimes you have to approach situation with that aggression because it may seem bad. You may not even want to look at the positive. I don't even feel like looking for the positive in a situation. But that's where the aggression comes in. No, I am going to though. But I'm going to though. You don't gotta worry about it. And then that's you speaking to yourself. You don't gotta worry about it. I'll take care of it. You know? So approach the situations and circumstances in your life with that aggression, with that energy. That same energy that you would show someone else. Treat your situation or circumstance or condition like it's someone else. Square up. Positively. Use that power of the alchemist. Use that power of transmutation. And recognize that knowing in the law of polarity that you can't go wrong. You're working with the law that's immutable as the law of gravity. The law of gravity never goes wrong, just as the law of polarity doesn't go wrong. Because you can see the darkness and the light. You can see the hot and the cold. You can see the love and the hate. You can see the problem. You just need help seeing that solution. And note that this concept of aggressive positivism helps you towards that. You know that you know that you know. Sila.